In a password మర్చిపోయాను సెక్యూరిటీ చెప్పు పాస్వర్డ్ స్కోప్ ట్రై చేశా ఇది ఐపీ అడ్రస్ మారింది కదా Okay, we'll talk about drop shipment today. So if time permits, we'll continue back to back also. Drop shipment is in case of order to cash cycle. Like we will create an order initially, then we'll book that sales order and we'll do a pick release. For the time of picking items from warehouse M1, if you find some shortage, we have received from other warehouse, that is M2, correct? If you don't find any stock in any warehouse, then we don't have a choice. Instead of losing customer, so what we will do, we will ask supplier to deliver goods to the customer directly. We are not involving in shipment. So my point here is we are not shipping at all. We are not doing shipping, but we will create invoice because we logically we only selling to the customer. Our responsibility is creating AR invoice and sending it to the customer. So now whenever we don't have a quantity here in M1, M2 or wherever, then we have to raise it, a requisition here. So that is called as a requisition. Requisition is, it's a combination of P2P, O2C, the cycle. Now approval, purchase order, receipt here. We will, yes, here we will not receive the goods here also. Logical, this is called as a virtual receipt. Virtual receipt is physically will not receive the goods, but we are selling goods to the customer. That's why we are creating a receipt here. Okay, so here also we need to create a AP invoice because we are buying the goods, right? Supplier will send the invoice. AP invoice we only create, AR invoice we only create here. Definitely we have to do. It's a combination of P2P and O2C it is. So these steps, whatever we talked about here, order entry, booking, pick release and shipping we will not do because we don't have a quantity. Then requisition we will do, approval, purchase order, and then receipt we will do. Then receipt, supplier will do. AP invoice and AR invoice. These are all the steps. Okay. First, we'll go with the order entry. Or prior to this, there are some other setups required here. Setups. For every flow, setups are very much mandatory. Otherwise, you will struck in the initial stage itself. Go to now. We can go to inventory module. Your item, whatever the item you created in P2P, O2C, it may not be useful. If you want to make it useful, then we have to do additional setups here. So for example, here DS item, drop ship test item for flow. As usually what we need to do, you need to inherit from a template so that it will enable all the attributes. If you look at here, these are all the attributes. Now default buyer is really required here. Okay, that is If you are working in operations welcome, you can use this. If you are working in other user, you may need to add your own buyer. Okay. So if you are working from operations welcome only, you need to add this. Otherwise, that buyer you have to identify and you need to add personal buyers. You have to add the buyer here. And list price is mandatory. So let's say I'm not entering. I would like to raise an error so that you will come to know where exactly we will get error. So these two are mandatory. Of course, as for this particular form, these are all optional because white fields, but usually these are all mandatory for this flow. Okay. If you don't want to enter default buyer, we have additional option also there. Here, add buyer. Add means you may get confused. Enter buyer as well as price. What is that price name? Price, this price. That is list price. Now, if you don't want to enter buyer, then you have to make the system to take automatically. That is called as a profile. Profile is a predefined value. So profile name I'll take. So save before going. Profiles always accessible from system administrator. We went multiple times. There is an option here that is profile, system, and then your user operations. And your profile name is OM population of buyer code for dropship lines is on. It's a big name. See, read this, you can come to know. Population of buyer code for dropship lines. So here only it has single value it is. See, if you click on this single value. Why they mentioned as order creator is whoever creating a sales order in this flow here. Let's say order whoever creating, that person can act as a buyer at this particular place. So same person will manage both sales order as well as purchase order. Okay, that is it means yes. So right now what I am doing, I am not going with this profile option. Okay, I'm not saving at all. I have added default buyer already. Okay, so this is A or B kind of thing it is. Enter either enter buyer or ask system to pick automatically. Understood, right? If you enter buyer manually, then no need of this profile option. Then third option is add item to the price list. Then fourth one is check check periods in various modules. You tell me what are the modules you need to check periods. I think you already checked. One is inventory, then purchase order. One more, order management of periods. Payables, receivables. One more heart you are missing. That is
General ledger.
general ledger. Any other thing is missed? Usually our flow will revolve on these modules only. Okay. So we'll check these two. Add item to the price list. Price list means there is a module that is Oracle Pricing Manager Global price list. So throughout the flows, we are using only one that price list that is called as a corporate. Then if you want to populate the previous fields, I told you on shortcut. Do you remember that? Shift
F5.
F5 PS item. Your selling price, let's say $5,000. Okay, save each. So are you okay with this step? I think it's a repetitive step, right? Somewhere we have seen we are O to C. Now next periods in various modules. First, let's go with the GL. Okay, general ledger is a major. First, go to general ledger. Navigation is set up. Open, close. Fine. You will have to check here in this current month opened or not. If you want to open February month, there must be two more entries here. April also must be required here. April also. If you don't have April entry, what you have to do? You need to add up that set of financials, calendars, accounting. This is a navigation. So calendar we are taking here accounting calendar. You will have to check how many months here for your current financial year. So whoever entered is wrong. Like in a February month, you are going to face an issue. So you have to add April. This is a functional consultant responsibility, not your role, but definitely you also need to know for on every small work, you cannot depend on the functional consultant. And you are a techno functional, right? Now, majority of the things you should know. Now, next month, you are not going to face a problem because few more months are extra here. This is the way you can add. I'm just showing you. Okay, navigation. So jail is over. Now, next receivables. Go to receivables. Here, receivables control is the navigation. Control and accounting. Open close periods. Here, you have to give your ledger name. So it is January month. Open it is. Clear? Now next is payables. Go to payables. Here also same somewhere you can check the navigation accounting control payable periods. You have to check here. January month is open. Here. Next, purchase order. Go to purchasing. Set up organizations or financials, accounting, control purchasing periods. These are all closed periods. Okay, we have to open here. Already open periods only we have to observe. Click on go. Check your. Instead of searching that, you can go with the. This is also fine. So January month it is open, right? The next is inventory module. Which organization? Go to inventory. Accounting close cycle inventory accounting periods. You have to check majorly in F1. So January. But we spent almost a lot of time, right? Instead of that, there is a query from backend also you can do. Okay. Backend also you can easily figure it out. This is a periods query. Right. It will be really useful from backend. We can easily figure it out with one click. Let me execute this query. Usually periods are stored in GL period statuses. That's a table name. And GL other tables also there here. Books and all. check. Are there any modifications required here? So GL ledgers, ledger name like vision operations we have given, right? And then from GL we can check application ID 101. Setup books ID everywhere for vision operations, setup books ID is 1. And your period name like month and year. Okay. That we have to give month and year. That is January, right? January 2023. And here also same will give. Correct. Setup books. Is it asking first of all parameters? Yeah, it's good. This is also better, right? Parameters is asking. Period name is January 2023. Quotation missed somewhere. Missing where? Here? This. You are talking about this? Here. Line number. You tell me line number.
Line number 20, sir.
20. Okay, done. Yeah, this one. Single apostrophe, right? No rows returned. Just hold on. I am modifying everything. Everywhere it is asking. Nothing, no more views also here. Is that a view? Able. It's previously executed query only. Let me check. String. It's a number, right? Integer. It's a date, right? We want a date. We'll take individually. So I'm taking this only whatever there in the parenthesis. Inside of subqueries, we'll take it from here. Select period name from GLP application till here. Okay. If one query is working, then other queries we can easily make it work. I'm just taking out. So here is a place. Setup book side is 1. And this I'm commenting because I should know period name how it is started. Okay, init cap it is. Did you notice? All init caps, right? We have given date formats. That's wrong. So this its date also changed, correct? We can go with the string here. Jan 23. Perfect. So whatever the input we passed is wrong earlier, correct? We have passed as a 2023, but it is expecting only 23. Now for vision operations setup books or ledger in January 23 in period number 1, in case of a GL module it is open. In case of a purchase order, it's opened already. ARP, AR, everywhere it is open. So if you pass other date, for example, here, February, let's see what it says. So February also open, but in case of a GL February, it's not open. It's saying here future. In the same way, check March. It's a good actually query. Otherwise, you need to remember the navigations. It will take a lot of time. March also open. Understood, right? So how many tables we have used in this? I mean, what are the tables still? How many you can easily tell? So if you search for AR like April month, you can see no single period is open in any months. So this is a good option here. So just check once how many tables we have used. GL ledgers, vision operations it is. Next is period statuses. So how many period statuses you know in GL? These are all open, closed, future, never. These are all the values you need to remember. And in the same way, any other new table is used here. That's it, right? Only application ID. If application ID for payables, application ID is different. For receivable, application ID is different. Okay, like that it is. So if you wanted to know application IDs, you can go to one module, one responsibility, that is application developer, application and register. I would like to know what is the application ID for payables. So from where we can identify here only. That is 200. So how about this application is for payables and 222. So we can get it from backend also. Application related table is foundation FND application TL translatable language, where application name is what it is, payables. It's a name or application name, we will come to know now. Yeah. So the application ID is what it is? It is 200. How about for receivables? For receivables, it is 222. That's why it's whatever the query we have seen here, it's a simple query only. Only we have embedded into one into another one it is. So a single query, how we can make this called as a sub query also. So if a select statement in the from class, it's called as inline view. Do you know inline view? For calculations we'll use. A select statement mentioned in the from class is called as an inline view. Okay. Why these many is we require a single query to identify the status of a periods. Okay. First we'll develop a single query, then again we'll develop another query, we'll attach it simply. Okay. So anyway, we came to know the periods. Check the periods in various module. I shown you how to check periods in front end as well as in back end. So back end, how many tables you know? One is application related table. What is that? Application related. That is this one. Correct. And for GL periods in which module we can see which table, that is GL period statuses. Okay. Then next is what is another point? GL sets of books also there, right? This is for fixed assets. We don't require fixed assets. We are not dealing that. Another table is what it is. GL sets of books or GL ledgers is fine. Set of books not required. Okay. In older version like 11A and all, people used to call it as a set of books. Now it is changed to ledgers. So this alias name we may need to change it as ledger name. I'll send this modified query. Okay. Right. So we came to know clearly the periods are opened or not open. Whatever I tested for the April month it is, but you need to check right now 23rd January 23. Clear? I hope you are okay with this. All the check setups now. 4 setups we have seen. Item creation, verifying profile, and add an item to the price list and check periods. Now next, get into order entry. This is the flow actually. Flow steps. Guys, online, anyone having doubt, you can ask me. Chandramouli, Dhanlakshmi, anyone having doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, next order entry will do. Go to order manager. These all the steps are repetitive, no much explanation required. Order returns and sales orders. Same. Every time I'm taking a same customer. Save line items. Your item is drop shipment item. I think we forgot to add to the warehouse. Okay, that's why if you enter quantity also, unit of measurement, it will not be able to pick it up. So definitely what you have to do, if it is not picking UOM means that is the only fault you did. So we missed it. So instead of going inventory, here is the place, inventory also there. Both are same. For our convenience only, they have referred over here. F11. So we should not miss giving organization assignment. Tools and organization assignment. Right now it is in V1. We have to add up in M1. Perfect. That is the solution. So I'm not switching to inventory and other. Again, it's a time waste for us, right? Now it came automatically. Okay. So 3 items. Price 5,000 we added, it came automatically. If you want, you can modify also. That is just a defaulting price. And availability, we'll check. There is no availability of items. Yeah, that is the reason why only we are purchasing. We don't have a stock at all. That is the reason for drop shipment. Order entry is over. But here one step you should not forget here. In the shipping tab, there is an external. So this external is required. If you don't take external, it will become normal sales order. Okay. Now order entry level status is entered. Now we need to book the sales order For booking book order, can you guess what will be the status at line level? In O2C,
Waiting shipping.
yes, that is a normal O2C, but in case of this here, it must be booked. If you are not able to see booked status, that means you could have forgotten this step. Source type is external. Okay, or else that whatever you have done, right, that you need to recheck properly. Now, next is 2 steps over, right? Here, header level, line level, as I mentioned. Instead of entered, header level it is booked. Here also same, right? So every level you have to see the status, header level as well as line level. Now, pick release shipping we are not doing because we don't have a stock. So then we need to start a P2P cycle here. That is requisition. So requisition, instead of manually, what we can do, we'll run a program, workflow background. Same program we have submitted, right? After creating a shipping to create invoice, same program it is, same parameters. Workflow background process. So take the order first. Make a note of every number so that you can save time. Go to view requests. That is workflow background process. So parameters, I think you can easily tell me. Tell me parameters. OM,
Order line.
then that's very easy. So you will come to know definitely what is meant by deferred means long running activities. Timeout. Timeout means like if you apply a leave, your manager has to approve in 1 day, like that. That kind of functionality, timeout will use. Or before creating a order, okay, we need to check something. Before creating a line, order must be created. Timeout means time delay. Simply, you will come to know in the workflow. Stuck means what? These are all workflow related parameters. You may not understand at this point, but I'll tell you later in the workflow. It's completed. Now the data will be there in the PO requisition interface. It is, we'll call it as a PO requisition interface tables. Integrated SOA gateway, we went earlier also. You can go with the integrated SOA gateway. Now repository. Your search product family is procurement, right? Procurement. Product purchasing. And interface type, we are checking open interface, right? If it is the API, we can go with the PLSQL, but right now it is open interface. Go. Now we can see requisition related, not only requisition. If someone asks you how many interfaces are there in PO, you should know like receiving interface, purchasing interface, and as well as requisition interface. So click on this. You can see here PO requisition interface all, PO rec distribution interface all. Now, as for our flow, the data must be there here in this particular table. PO requisition interface all. Just check. So you can go on request ID also, where request ID. Okay, as of now, requisition import we have not done. Let's see. I'm just checking, guys. I'm not sure. It's not there. Okay. We'll take a recent data. Based on the last updated by also, we can take it. Ten 23, any record? Here it is there, right? Can you see? This is the record. I think it is not arranged in a proper order. Quantity. 3 quantity we have given, right? And it's approved already. And whoever preparer, see, preparer we are mapping automatically through buyer ID, that 25. And your item ID. If you want to make sure it's correct or not, based on the item ID. Item table, you know, right? Select star from deal system items B, where 1 second, guys. I'll just change the font. I'll take Arial. Is that correct? Item, DS item, right? So this is the way. So that means your data is there in this particular table in PO Requisition Interface all table. So data is there. Once data is there, what is the program we need to submit? Program name also here only it is there. That program name is Requisition Import. In P2P cycle ISO and all, you have created manual requisition. But in this case, what you have to do? We need to submit a program. Program name. This is a program. See, we can submit concurrent programs in many ways. Through PLS, we can submit through SRS window. This is called a standard request submission. But right now, what I am doing another method. With one click also, I can submit like this. So I'll tell you how to use this, maybe in the AOL concepts. Concurrent program, we can submit in many ways. Okay, import source. What was the source here? Order entry. That's it. Only one value you have to give. Okay, click on OK. It is going to give an error. I know, because we have not entered a list price. Refresh. Output. So it is giving an error, right? Number of interface lines in error is requisition errors. We can see into PO interface error table. how to identify your program related, obviously based on the data, the date. And request ID is there, right? Somewhere. Request ID also we can use it. This request. Yes, this is a better. Clearly, it is giving a message. Compared to this, this is bold, right? Read it. Correct. Correct, right? Go to straight away. We can go to item master window. No, not miscellaneous, not related. Items. Master items. V1. We need to enter this. This is the price. So let's say purchasing price, you are purchasing $2,000. That's it. That is a solution for this. Okay. If you want to read message again, you can read. Got it, right? Okay. Now again, we have to repeat all the steps. All the steps in the sense, order entry onwards quickly. We don't see all this entered book. No need to see. It will be passed you only. Okay. Entry booking and then workflow background process, requisition import. The program name is requisition import. Overall, 4 steps will follow quickly again. Go to order entry. If you go to line item also, it will generate automatically. I hope you know that. Save. Book order. On hand, that's okay. Continue. What is the next? One thing we missed it. Sorry, guys. Yeah. If you go here,
I think
the
McDan is external.
thing is wrong, right? See, in the flow we missed it. Okay, let's change that. What will happen? So shipping source type is external. It is saying you are not allowed. It's already interfaced. It's already interfaced to shipping or purchasing. So you cannot do this. If you wanted to, you are not allowed at all. Yes, definitely what you have to do. You need to go with a new sales order. So in the flow, if you do a mistake, then again it will have a problem. Go to shipping, source type. Right,
External.
book order. Next, we need to run a program. What's the program name? Workflow.
Background process.
Already like we passed parameters. Once it's done, then we need to run a requisition import. It is. Your request. Same, right? So 4 steps we have completed. No much confusion, correct? We are here now, requisition. And PO through auto create will do. Then after that AP invoice, one program will submit. Or whenever you create a receipt, it will generate AP invoice automatically. For AR invoice, what you have to do? we'll have to run a workflow background process. Just 3 more minutes, you can finish the flow. Requisition import. Okay. So V output, you can see the number of approved requisitions created is 1 year. Now, requisition number it has not given. You can verify in order organizer. Then here is the place source. From which source we created. Right, order entry, just check it. Or else what we can do. So sales order here only it is there. You can go to actions, additional order information. Drop ship tab, go with the line level then. You can see it. Header level, we are not able to see. Go with the drop shipment. Your requisition number is this one. Now, quantity is how much it is? 3, right? If you modify in the sales order line level, let's say I'm making it to 6 or 2, that's better. Okay, I'm reducing the quantity. Where I am modifying in sales order line level, but it will reflect automatically related. No reason provided. Okay. Save. Automatically, it will carry to the PO level, PO requisition level. If you want, you can check here. Here also, you can check only 2 quantities. See, can you see how it is moving very quickly from purchase order to from order management to purchase order is because of this flow. This one, because of this only. Your workflow background engine, it is automatically taking the data from order management to purchase order. Okay, that's a good thing it is. And can you find out the status at line level? Awaiting receipt. Here is the place. Header level it remains same. Okay, I'm not changing. Awaiting receipt it is. And it is approved also. Requisition is approved also it is. Now next is PO. How to create a PO? A feature is there. That feature name is in P2P you have seen, right? Same only. Nothing new. Auto create. So auto create where you can do is, so everything I'm doing here only, guys. I'm not switching to PO. You are getting confused. That is the reason why. You need to go to purchasing. There is option. All the menus will appear here. How it is appeared is, I'll tell you, there is a menu. In the menu, they have added everything here. Menu means application developer. Here is a place. Application menu. For order management menu, they have added everything. You can add other modules also. Which menu it is, if you wanted to know. Menus you can check in system administrator. Security, responsibility, define. 1 second, guys. Hello. Class lo చెప్పనా ఈ రోజా వద్దులే 1 day ఆగు చెప్తా థ్రోట్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ తగ్గనండి 1 day ఆగు okay this is the menu. So from order management, whatever you are accessing the functions, whatever you are accessing order entry, booking, pick, release, everything is because of this menu only. So just check the menu. Here also you can check menu, not only application developer, application and then menu. So menu is also user menu, not that time. So everything is there here, order, return, sales order, shipping, transactions, scheduling, setup. And in the same way, purchase order related also. These are all the payables, purchasing. Because of that only, it is giving every other functions. Understood, right? Right now we are talking about which module? Yeah, order management, all the menus. So this is a sub menu. See, sub menu means this is the main menu. Sub menu, let's say purchasing. Under purchasing, how many menus are there? Do you remember? Like requisition is one menu, purchase order one menu. Correct. These are also requisition one menu, auto create another menu. Whatever you are seeing in the left hand side, these are all menus only, menus and functions. Okay. Now go to order management, purchase order. Now you get an idea how this menu appeared. How this appeared is through menu as well as sub menu, and then functions also there. Auto create. These two we have to clear it. And requisition number. This is the number. Fine. So what type of the purchase order here? You know the types and all. P2P, whoever completed, they can easily tell me. Advantage Corp. So these suppliers having a proper setup, that's why I'm taking. Okay, if you take your own, you may struck somewhere. And if you take UK, then currency issues will come because that is a different currency right here. Then create. Now incomplete PO it is. If you modify the sales order level also, then again it will impact over here. For example, I am checking the sales order now. This is the sales order. Go to line items and check here. Still awaiting receipt only. And here quantity is 3, correct? I think this is another sales order, is it? Same only. Awaiting receipt. Okay. I'm making the quantity to 4 now. Save. The dropship order line 1 has resulted in error. Please correct the errors. Okay, again we may need to rerun. Rerun the if you want to modify. Go to actions, line information, dropship. This is having an issue. We need to rerun the requisition import. I think that is the other sales order, it seems, right?
Last time we gave two.
Yeah, right. Other sales order, not the same sales order. Sales order looks new, right? Other sales order. Let us see. Yeah. Someone calling me. My mind is diverted. Six 9 6 8 0. The same we have checked. Strong, right? We could have changed this. Anyway, go with the 6 9 6 8 0. whatever the error line we have verified, that we try to modify. That's wrong actually. So now 2, right? This is the quantity. I'm making it to 5. Save. Go to additional line information. There is a drop sheet. If you look at here, the status is changed to 5. Here also you can modify, not only at requisition level. Go to purchasing tab. Open. So this is a PO form came automatically. So here also the quantity is automatically reflected. Anywhere, like maybe after approval, it may not reflect. Next step is what it is, approve. Okay. It is approved. So once PO is approved, let's try modifying the quantity. I'm again arranging or modifying to 3 quantity. Let's see whether it will reflect or not. So these are all production issues, guys. These are all the production definitely will face. Users will keep on modifying all this. Read this message. You are not allowed to cancel order line because we are not canceling, right? You are not allowed to cancel the order line because order line associated with the purchase order approved. Why we are not canceling at all? We'll re-verify again, okay? Line items by quantity. Yeah. So I'm making it to 3, but it is not allowed. So order line quantity after PO approval, it will not allow to modify. That's it. So next step is what it is. After approval, create. We have to create receipt here. PO is created, approved also. Now next, these 3 steps are pending. So receipt we have to create. Receipt we have not physically received to our warehouse. That's why we are mentioning it as a virtual receipt. There is no title here in the application, but you should call it as a virtual receipt. We have not physically received, but we have to make an entry. So in this process, who is sending directly is supplier is directly sending to the customer. In this flow, drop shipment flow, whenever you get a requirement, your supplier only directly delivering goods to the customer. Okay. We are not receiving goods physically to our warehouse. Close. Receipt navigation. P2P whoever practice, they can easily answer. Receiving V1. If V1 not working, M1 also you can take. So did I note it down PO? Yes, 6751. It's not working, right? Invalid value for field PO. Okay. 6752. So if in V1 is not working, if ship to location is different, what you can do, go with the M1 also. Go and verify in M1. There is a change in the organization, M1. M1 is not there. Not there, right here? Definitely now you need to go to inventory. Sometimes they will restrict the data. So go to purchasing. Not inventory, guys. Purchasing. Receiving. V1. Sorry, then we did a mistake. M1. So this M1, we did not see that in order management. So some data restrictions will be there. Some said these are all functional people will come to know. Then they are better than us. See, did you notice? It is working in M1, right? It's not a V1. In P2P, we have seen V1, but it is M1 here, right? Quantity, sub-inventory, anything you can select. Usually stores you are habituated as scrap material, header, save. Once you click on a save like P2P, what it will do? It will create a program. Before creating a AP invoice program, some programs will be submitted. Do you remember that? You are not practicing P2P or what? Guys online, anyone can refer, can mention the name. P2P, you have to revise them.
The tables info and interface info,
Yes, correct. That is one thing. Any other programs?
auto invoice. Commercial invoice.
That is, you are combining both. P2P cycle. P2P cycle, there is a receiving transaction processor. Okay, on more is payable. I know you guys practiced, but you fail to remember. I know. Revise it again. That's it. No much logic here. Go to view, requests, these programs. So this is also I missed here to note down. Sorry. So these programs you need to remember. Now payable open interface import is a program. It will create AP invoice automatically. Check that whether it is created or not. So here we are facing some issue in this version. Anyway, that's fine. Now one more is ER invoice. In order to say how we created account receivable invoice. After shipping, how you created? Right, same only. Same step. Workflow, background process. Same OM order line. Any confusion in between P2P O2C? Practice 5 items, you can easily get. Minimum 5 times. And when sales order will be closed? Any idea? Sales order, what was the previous status you have seen? Yeah, in this flow, I'm saying, not all the flows.
Awaiting receipt.
Yes, awaiting receipt, but we missed to see shipped. So after shipping, the next step is also will be there, that is closed. So after successful creation of invoice, your sales order line will become closed. Go to order management. You can see sales orders. Go to line items. You can see it is closed. This is a very good question, guys. When the sales order line will become closed is after creating an invoice. Okay. In this flow, how many statuses we have seen? Very first time entered, second time booked. Line level only I'm talking about, not header level. And awaiting receipt. So after here, after PO, no, not booking. Where is the receipt? Okay, here receipt, right? So after creating a receipt, it will become shipped. That I have not noted down here. Then after creating a AR invoice, that will be closed. So definitely you need to remember this. Your end users will give a complaint saying that I am stucking at AP invoice or I'm stucking at PO. You need to figure it out in the production. That's why these flows are very important in the content. You may not know you will be allocated to production support issues or development issues and all. Your work will be on this only. You should know the entire cycle. In project, you may get on P2P cycle in one project the entire year, another project O2C. Don't feel that whatever we are teaching, these are all not covered immediately. After 3 years also, you may get this topic. Throughout your career, definitely whatever you are teaching, you will get to know this. So many people are saying like whatever you are learning is different, in the office it is different. No, so you need to say after 5 years, whether it is repeated or not. Within 5 years, definitely some topic will come to your picture. Okay. So irrelevant we will not teach. What is the use of teaching irrelevant information? These are all whatever I am facing interviews, whatever I am facing in the work only we are teaching. Guys, class is completed. It's already 1.5 hours, right? Let's close it off. You may not concentrate, I know. Back to back again, it will take 1 hour. We'll take regular tomorrow 9 o'clock. I am okay to teach. Any queries, guys? Simply you are managing with the message. Mamata, Minchana, Tejashwani, huh?
No, sir.
Yeah,
You told that previously we have to take the existing buyer.
existing buyer, yes.
When it is not there, we have to create.
We have to create employee and then add buyer.
Employee and the buyer.
Yes, the employee can act as a buyer.
So prepare.
Yeah, if you don't create employee, it will not show in the list. Okay. Guys, can I close the session? ఉన్నారా ఇల్లు వంట చేసుకుంటున్నారా